everybody, this is Cesar. This is my first 2017 video. I hope you all have had a great New Year's Eve, and I'm sure 2017 is going to be a fantastic year for all of us, so I wish you all the best during this year that is now just starting. Remember that I am 13 hours ahead the US and average 7 hours ahead of Europe. Anyway, the video is trying to answer a question that I get a lot, which is, what is the ideal position to play with your guitar, to practice with your guitar? What is the ideal body posture, body position, right, to practice with your guitar? And as always, there is not a single way in which you can skin a cat. There are many ways. Well, I'm going to share with you what I know. I'm going to share with you what I was taught many years ago at the Royal School of Music. You have to understand that my background is a classical guitar player, though I play all styles. I've been playing sessions, I've been playing in many bands, rock, whatever, but it has an influence in the way I hold my guitar. If you watch my videos, I always hold the guitar, whatever the guitar it is, an electric guitar, a classical guitar, an acoustic guitar, I always hold the guitar the same way. So now let's get started. And let's get started with the chair. If you hear some weird noises, it's Bender that is scratching the door. Let's open for him to come. Bender, hi. Come on, Bender. Come on. He's in. Those are the problems with the live videos, you know. Well, now, the chair is important because you're going to spend hours practicing, so you should feel comfortable. Now, ideally, in my opinion, get a chair instead of a stool, because the stool does not have a back. And then, after hours practicing, sometimes your back will feel fatigued, and it's good if you can lean on the back of the chair. It helps me when I'm practicing for several hours or when I'm playing for several hours. If I can choose, I always choose a chair. Now, a chair without arms, not an armchair, because sometimes your elbows will feel constrained if the chair has arms, or your guitar will not fit in properly. And a chair that you can adjust in height, because you are going to play in different environments with different sizes of guitars, and you're going to have sometimes to do things with your feet. You are going to have a foot switch, you're going to have a footstool like one I have when I play classical guitar. We'll talk now about it. So get a chair that is adjustable in height. Now, if you put your feet on the ground, your legs should be more or less parallel to the floor. That is the ideal height for your chair. Next one, the footstool. But before we go ahead, let me clarify something. We are talking here about practicing or playing your guitar while sitting down. We will talk later about the position when you are standing up. Sitting down for practicing and playing your guitar. Now, the footstool. If you watch my videos in which I'm playing classical guitar, or even with acoustic guitar I do it, or you watch any classical guitar player, you would see that we have the leg that basically is in the same side than our fretting hand is lifted. It's lifted because we are using a footstool, which in my case is always around 20 centimeters high. If you don't have a footstool, you can put some books or whatever in order to help you to get the right neck angle and the body, which is basically this one. The idea is that if you look towards the headstock, you should be somehow facing the tuning pegs. That would be the right angle for you. Your shoulders, please try to keep them as parallel to the floor as you can, because if you're leaning too much towards the left or towards the right, I'm exaggerating of course, you are going to develop back pain and probably tennis elbow. And then, this is basically the position. When you do finger picking, so your hand should be perpendicular, your fretting hand perpendicular to the fretboard, and your what I do is basically my arm is resting here as you see, and I always, but this is my technique, I will keep my my pinky leaning towards the body of the guitar when I do my finger picking, okay? Now, with an electric guitar, we are going to use our Chapman. I know I owe you the tones for this guitar, they are coming, okay? Again, this is what I do. I'm not saying here this is the best way of doing things. This is what I do, this is my experience, this is the way I play. And I'm advising you because if you're going to practice for hours and hours, this position is going to minimize your back pain, your possible tennis elbow, and would avoid some vices, right, in the position of the hand. Now, I always strap it, and I try to keep the same angle of the neck than with the classical guitar. So, looking at the headstock, when I'm sitting down, and the tuning pegs are more or less at the height of my side. If you watch my videos in which I'm playing my Gibsons, my PRSs, my Fenders, etc., are always like this. I never play the guitar like this. Never. Never. It does not come naturally to me. It doesn't, simply, it doesn't. It does not come naturally to me. Now, there is also a reason. If you learn practicing like that, and you are always sitting down in your bedroom, in the rehearsal, whatever, and you always play like this, always, the first time you are going to play in front of the public standing up, you are not going to make it. Because when you are standing up, the guitar falls here. So, this is also part of my advice. When you are starting to play guitar and you are learning to play guitar, try to learn like this, and you will not have any problem playing standing up. And what is the ideal length for the strap? Well, it depends. If you look to Slash, he practically has the guitar at his feet. Most of the jazz players have the guitar really very high, close to their chest, right? Too high in my opinion. For me, my ideal height is this one, the ideal height, right? Not too low, not too high, right? This is more or less where I get my guitars when I am standing up. And this has been all about the position of the guitar. This is a position that will allow you to practice for hours, minimizing the fatigue, minimizing the back pain, and avoiding possible lesions like the tennis elbow, etc. I hope you have found this interesting, and I will see you very soon in my next video. And up to that moment, as always, have fun, play your guitars, and be good. Bye!